Pahabol is a West Papuan student activist presenting on his personal experience and knowledge of the Indonesian occupation and customary land.
Yeah, so before moving on, I would like to talk about the 7 customary lands, which is most important to us for West Papua that are likely to lose. As you can see on the slide, the 7 customary lands, even before Western colonialisms or establishment, the customary lands already exist in West Papua. So especially for me, I'm from Lapago. The picture is from Wamena, and it's where young people, women and men where they're guarding. So why land is matter most to West Papua? As I highlighted, three main points there: land is life, identity, and survival. Because when we have a life, we can grow foods, vegetables, and doing farms. And it's free. We don't need to pay tax. We don't need to worry about anything. And identity, because in West Papua, identity is important. So when we have lands, our identity remains. And survival, of course. If we don't have land, we can survive. And next one is land as livelihood. So as you can see, the main point that I highlighted, I will talk a little bit about how it's like growing up there. So first knowledge that I learned from my parents was when my parents took me to the jungle. Took me to the jungles, and as we grow, and he used to teach me where is our lands, where is our forest, and where I need to fish, where I need to hunt, where I need to do farm, and where I don't need to do, because land is sacred and protected. So we cannot do farming or hunting and fishing in other family lands, because it will cause problems to the parents, and they will come and, oh, your kids steal the food or sweet potato, so we need a big pig from you. So yeah, that's how my parents teach me when I was growing up there. And the funny thing is, when I was growing up there, one time my parents took me to the forest, and while we walking through the border, he want me to memorize all of the trees, plants, and everything, like sign from the border, so that I cannot cross another people borders, which is impossible because we don't have a proper border signs there standing there. We only memorize the trees. Oh, this tree is ours. This tree is theirs. So that's all the knowledge that I learned when I was growing up there, is the importance of the lands, because without lands, there's no life. So moving on, land taken without consent. As you can see on the slide, the first ones, Indonesian military, they just go to the West Papuan place and they put a sign, this land is owned by military. We never give them a land, but they just go there and put a sign in. And the second picture, as you can see, when they negotiate with the lands, they go with the military, not with the government or not with the states. So how you can say no when there is military standing and put a gun on you and they said, please sign this land. The investment for mining, plain old and things like that. We don't have choice. And next slide, after they took control of the lands, this is the transformation of the land, as you can see. The first one is forest clearance in Merauke. So they clearing the massive forest in Merauke to large-scale plantations. And also they destroying our mountains for big gold mining deposit in the world. Indonesia, they are building more military base in West Papua, which cause local peoples, they are very scared because military and police is not protecting West Papua, instead of they protecting their own people. So they are because of they building more and more military base in West Papua, most of people are losing home, they are fleeing to the forest. And the second one is more forest clearance, and as you can see on the picture, more palm oils. And those palm oils are owned by private company. So there is no benefit to the community. We don't get any. They just took it. So what we are losing? More than land. Forests, rivers, biodiversity, and culture. For those who you don't know the picture, this is Raja Ampat. The government now planning to dig it for a nickel. Yeah, so these are our forests that we are likely to lose. The jungle, and this one is the famous Trigora Mountain that has snow on the top. And another one is Raja Ampat, forest in West Papua, and more. They're in danger. And those are the diversity that we would likely to lose. I already put the name there. And also those pictures of fish are from Raja Ampat, that taken by some photographers. And third one is culture. So when the land is taken, we cannot do a proper sago. We cannot grow sweet potato and do our mumu, traditional cooking, and we cannot build our traditional house if we lose the land. We cannot keep our culture and keep going. Our land is destroying. We will likely lose to practice and carry on those culture. This is the noken or traditional bag. From the process, this is how they made it. And then another one, in the noken you can carry anything. You can carry pig, you can carry babies, you can carry your phones, wallets, and everything. Now we're moving on to human impacts, as you can see on the slides. Food insecurity. So when our land is taken, so destroying, we cannot grow the food, and we become dependent in the stores, shops, and so on. So we cannot even offer the basic needs. Another one is poverty. So when Indonesians take over the lands, they building the house, and they sell it. Rent it, sell it to West Papuans. And another one is the displacements. When West Papuan flee to the jungle because of the military presence and ongoing war inside West Papua. The struggle is continue because the land is still being defended, survival, dignity, and future. So if we don't have future, our generation would likely not come, and if we don't have land, we don't have dignity and survival, because in West Papua we depend on land. Yeah, so as you can see, why freedom matters, self-determination as protections, decision making, protection, and responsibility. So when you have a land, you can decide who you would likely to give the land, where you would like to place the refugee, and where you would likely to grow your foods, make your house, and while you're making that, you need to protect them from the illegal company, illegal minings, and that's why the community in West Papua is very respectful, because we respecting not just land, but also the people itself in West Papua. Yeah, so this is just two examples. Are we keep silence with this destructions, genocides, and things? Now we're still protesting in West Papua, but yeah, as you know, that government is still silencing us. So this picture as the young West Papuans protesting in the forest to stop the palm plantations. So yeah, those are the owner of the lands. They are protesting for their lands. This protest carried out in Jakarta when there were agreement to clear a big forest in West Papua. And local people from Merauke, they went to Jakarta to protest, and so far, nothing to be likely to result. So defending land is defending life, because without land we cannot live. And yeah, protecting land is not against development, because development doesn't give us much more opportunity and access. After this session, thank you very much for.